Alright, so here we are for round 1. We of course have 1 7 drop. I think this is fine. We're on the draw. We're in the draw. We've got a 2 drop, a 3 drop, a 4 drop. We do need to draw a couple lands, but well, we don't have a mountain, but as of right now we only have 1 card. I'm going to keep it. Well, that's unfortunate. Draw. That's a good draw if we can draw a land next turn. It's actually a very good draw if we can draw a land. Any land. Alright, well that guy took a mugging. Okay. We'll put the Verdant Haven on... I don't think it really matters here, but we'll put it on a forest. More often we're going to want to be tapping a forest. Maybe we want to, I don't know, do different things. Alright, so this guy's got a Groki rune as well. Okay, now we got lands. So a couple we're 2 lands away from a giant Adaphage. So here we're going to go ahead and play out the Ivy Lane Denizen. I guess for now we'll play it this way. Obviously mugging is a sorcery, so keeping this open doesn't really do anything, but none of them, it doesn't really matter at this point. Alright, we're almost to a giant Adaphage. Okay. We got 6 mana. I think I'm definitely going to play... Well, let me see. So I think I'm gonna... Question is, do I want to attack and have him block so I could play mugging on his guy? I think Frockener is a big enough problem that might be worth doing, and if I miss out on a point of damage, that's okay, I'll play the Scorchwalker. Maybe that's a bad idea, but we'll see what happens. I'll probably just take it, so I guess at that point maybe I should have played a guy and done 3 damage. That's okay. We'll play a Scorchwalker. If he attacks, then we can mugging something and swing for a lot next turn if we really want to. Hoping to bait out some sort of removal if it's there. In red-green, there's not a whole lot of just instant kill you spells. I mean, he could... he could Active Treason this or something, that would be bad. But, okay. But we can cast a giant Adaphage. That's earlier than I had anticipated. The question is whether we want to just play it and say go. We want to attack with a Scorchwalker. I think attacking with Scorchwalker is fine. I don't think he's going to trade with either guy. The problem, of course, is that then we have to take points back on the backswing, but I think that's worth it because then if he attacks into the giant Adaphage, we just take it. And if he does not, then we have to probably play mugging or hold back a Solderhorn. I think that's fine. Question is whether we want to put this where we want to put this counter, and that's fine. And we could have played a Solderhorn to give our guy 3 defense, but I'd rather play the giant Adaphage here. The question is where we want to put the +1/+1 counter. I think it's better to be on this guy. This guy's already so big. So let's see. I mean, this is the first time I've actually been able to cast a giant Adaphage, so let's see how badly it backfires. An active treason would be pretty bad here. Like, pretty bad. Yeah. Yep. As stated, that's pretty bad. So obviously I've got to take that. He's going to get his own copy of Giant Adaphage in the game, which is pretty terrible. That's... I mean, are you going to play around active treason? I don't really know how you can do that. But that's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Well, we can deal 6 damage. We could deal 6 damage and 2 damage. I think the play is to attack... I mean, I'm pretty sure I need to kill this. I don't want him to have a copy of this, so if I have to use both my removal spells, then so be it. So we're going to just attack with the Adaphage here. If he acts like he wants to trade, then we're going to Blood Rush. And hopefully that does not backfire. I guess I could have played all my removal on this guy first, but I'm trying to think of what's in these colors that could have done that. So that was pretty awesome. You know, his token also makes guys, so for him to play it that way, I think was a pretty poor choice, if I'm being honest, because if he may not want to take 7 there, but if he takes 7, he gets to keep making copies. I guess I do also, so maybe his thought process was he didn't really want to do that. I think, let's see. The question is whether I want to play a ground assault on this guy. If I play a ground assault on this guy and he plays a guy, then I can just mugging next turn, whatever he plays, probably for the win. So let's see what happens. That might have been a bad choice, but because mugging makes it so his guy can't block, I'm coming in for lots of damage next turn. And if he taps out to play one guy, then I probably win for sure. Another active treason would be pretty bad again, but not a loss. In fact, an active treason, and I still win because of mugging, as long as he doesn't have a blood rush to make his guy 10 power. So, okay, that's good. Okay, so I think the play is play mugging, kill this guy, swing for a whole lot. He doesn't die this turn, but we have lots of 7/7s. And we're gonna make one of these guys an 8/8. I guess that may be a terrible choice, because if he active treasons that guy, that means that he's gonna get a copy no matter what happens. If he doesn't win this turn, we win. Okay, so that's game 1. Obviously, active treason. Pretty bad for us there. Luckily, I don't think blocking with the Autophage was good for him because of the Blood Rush abilities and all the other things that can possibly happen. But that's what he did, and that worked out okay for us. I don't really have much of a sideboard. I don't want to play Riot Gear. I'm not going to bring in anything else. I think this is fine, so we'll just go to game 2. Alright, here we are for game 2 in round 1. This isn't that amazing of a hand, but I have a 2-drop and a Key Rune and a Worm, so I think we'll go ahead and keep it. His deck didn't seem that fast. Well, that's not exactly what I was looking to draw. And by not exactly, I mean not at all at this point. But it's okay. He'll probably offer a trade with the Skinbrand Goblin. At this point, my hand's so slow, I would accept that trade. He doesn't know that we don't have any gates, probably, so... And if he wants to Blood Rush to keep a 2-1 Goblin alive, whatever he discards is going to be better than a 2-1 Goblin, so... Alright, well that worked out pretty well. So we're getting pretty close to Ruination Worm time. We got a Ground Assault. Still got a little ways before we're to Borborygmos. Not sure why he's so angry. Maybe because nobody plays him because he costs 8. I think I'm okay killing that. I mean, at this point it doesn't do a whole lot, but eventually it could be an issue. So the question is, do I want to attack and trade with my Key Rune? I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, next turn I can play a Ruination Worm, so I'm going to go ahead and just Ground Assault that guy right now. Swing for 3. And then next turn we'll play a Ruination Worm. And we're 1 away from a Borborygmos. He's down to 3. And we have Borborygmos. Again, I mean, he's got an active treason. That's bad for us, at least one of them, but if that, you know, if he steals, he plays an active treason, he plays an active treason. Alright, well that's bad. I don't really want to lose my Gruul Key Rune, but I think I'm gonna swing with this guy. So he can block with both and kill my guy, but I clear both his guys out, and the next turn I play a Borborygmos. I think that's fine, because I don't really want there to be any way for him to kill my Borborygmos. So if I can clear his board out, which he may or may not do here, he might, but he does not. So that's fine. In fact, I think that's preferable. And next turn, we're not going to block the Rest Scarab. We would block a Skinbrand Goblin if he has a way to, you know, trick, Blood Rush, whatever. That's fine. Okay. I mean, if I make this a guy and I block, then he can destroy it before it deals damage, so definitely not doing that. Plus I get to play my Borborygmos, so... Okay, Homing Lightning is obviously very good. Let's, he can't block here, or he can't block profitably here. So we're going to swing. His last card could be a active treason, which would be bad. In fact, if it is an act of treason, he probably wins, right? 10. Yeah, he would definitely win if his last card's an act of treason. Maybe shouldn't do that. I mean, he's clearly thinking, do I have a blood rush here? Because if I do and he doesn't block, he just loses, which is pretty possible. I have a few of them, but not a ton of them. I did show the Slaughterhorn. I have 2 of them. In fact, Slaughterhorn would be pretty good for me right here, but okay. I think that's probably a wise choice by him. Again, if his last card's act of treason, we are going to lose. And I'm okay with that. It could be. He might have 2 or 3 of them. If he has other ones, it's especially good against us. Because that, especially with the card we already showed, and we clearly are playing just big beefy guys. So well, this doesn't appear to be an act of treason. It is not. Okay. So we cannot activate the key rune and play a homing lightning. We're definitely playing a homing lightning. We can also just pitch this plains and kill the Croconura right now. That seems pretty good. In fact, that seems really good. And then we're going to play the Homing Lightning on the Ember Beast and then swing with both, and he has just no profitable blocks whatsoever. In fact, I mean, he's got to block one of them, which means no matter what, I shouldn't lose next turn. Even if he pulls out an act of treason. If it doesn't block, he loses. So he has to block. And if I draw 1 land, I win, I think. Oh, well, I didn't hit a single land, and I did brick on my Clan Defiance, so. Of course, Big E is spelled with 2 G's. But so it's looking good. I mean, obviously if we hit 1 land, we just win. That would have been beneficial. If he... if he steals a Borborygmos, and hits like 3 lands, he can kill him. Alright, so we win round 1 with a deck full of 6, well not full of, but a 6-drop, a 7-drop, and an 8-drop. Played both the 7-drop and the 8-drop, and they both won games. And you could see, even if I didn't play Borborygmos, Ruination Worm is just very tough to deal with in this format. I mean, 7/6 is so tough to deal with, really in any format, but this one in particular, so many little guys. It's just so hard to block him. I mean, removal, obviously, like a Grizzly Spectacle or something, is going to be good against your best guy no matter what. But, you know, by the time you cast your 6 and 7 drop, they've probably used a lot of their removal, unless you just didn't play anything, to try to clear their way to get in there and win quick, which is what most people are trying to do. But there for us, in Gruul in general, I think you can get away with playing some 6 and 7 drops. First time I played Borborygmos, he worked good in conjunction with my other 7/6. Still, and discarding the 1 planes to clear the board to attack was pretty good. Didn't hit another land. It's a little tough, I guess, if you're only running 17 lands, and you have to play somewhere between 6 and 8 of them with a Gruul Key Rune and a Verdant Haven to get there. But anyway, pretty happy with that. I got a lot of removal, but super slow, so I wasn't sure about what would happen there. But I'll see you guys in round 2.